I did see Biden said the key to his marriage is good sex. So
You saw
that was a beautiful picture to be painted in everybody's
Can you
mind.
imagine?
I mean, at one time.
I want to know who's standing behind him pushing, you know?
No way.
While they're in bed, like,
Nuts.
No, apparently we're gonna pull up a lot of videos and pictures today, but this is this is a serious one. I want to know if y'all can find any justification in this, no matter what this lady did. Like, say, I know you're looking at me like, what's the fucking catch? But there is none. I want to show you a video, and I want to get your reaction. Seriously,
You're fucking lying,
bro. I promise. Look, I can be serious sometimes.
Yeah,
no.
I saw
lady?
this,
Yeah, just
You'll
not
see.
during
Now
the
watch. Now, is there any justification in that? No matter what, besides his life being in danger, but. And that's it. I mean, that's it. Nobody really did anything. But do you?
I think he went too far. But at the same time, you're old enough to know not to fucking put your hands on people.
Well, I think she hit his hat. Like she flipped his hat.
She did, but
listen.
And
look,
I don't know what happened before
look,
that. But
look,
damn.
like I said, I think he did too much. But like, you put your hands on somebody else, on another stranger.
This jump of shit right there in the green shirt. That would not be me if that was my wife. That man.
You're right about that.
They would have both got their ass kicked there. I mean,
I don't give a fuck. He'd have had to kick my ass.
Dead. He had to have somebody to bury her.
Nah, he'd have had to kick my ass.
Look.
Well, for one, I'm never without a pistol, so that would have been a dead motherfucker on the side of the road. And I may have been in the wrong, but he would not have been breathing.
Nah, he'd have been laid out right in the street.
This is why
for sure.
I say, listen. This is why I say that the straight male is under fire. Because men result in violence. Women should not be in no fucking man's face. If me and a woman is riding in the car and she get her stupid ass out and get in a man's fucking face, I'm not saying that she deserves it, but she got what she had coming to her.
Point. Yeah,
you can't, because she in danger. Because look,
yeah,
she's on the ground and then he ran up and then she could have caused him to fucking go off on him too.
Is that a knife in his hand?
I don't know. Or is a phone? Yeah, I thought it was at first.
He's dialing. He's dialing.
I got you.
And he came
but he's
running
got
up.
something else in
Yeah,
his.
you see in his left hand.
Yeah.
Well, his right hand.
It is a knife.
It might be a knife.
Sure, it is a fucking knife.
Well, he's lucky he didn't get handled then running up on him with a knife.
Yeah,
You
Jesus.
should have juked him.
Now, I agree with what you're saying, Boojie, because, I mean,
Damn, dude.
For one, at her age, like, you should know,
Right.
Do not walk, getting no beef with a man, and then especially to already be in an altercation, and then you want to touch any part of him,
Yes.
I mean, you just got to expect what's coming,
I'm going to explain it. When two men have a conversation, there's a low-level threat of violence. Okay? That's what we're based on.
Mm-hmm. And both men know it's there, so...
We know it's there. I'm talking him and I'm joking him, but when it gets to the point to where the fucking joke is gone, in all seriousness, we're going to fucking square up and go toe-to-toe.
It's on.
Women aren't based on that. And what they don't understand is, and what that dude should have had his woman in check, and he didn't have his fucking woman in check, and now she's falling to the floor, dying lifeless because of that shit.
And I understand everything you're saying. But see, if I'm the black dude right there,
I'm
there's
not
nothing that woman could have done shy of pulling a gun on me or something that was going to endanger my life that I would have hit that.
No,
lady. Now,
I agree with you too.
I may have told her get the fuck out my face, but I'd have probably walked back to my vehicle before I hit her with a right cross.
Right.
I definitely think he went too far. I think he did more than he had to.
She put herself in that position. Yeah.
You put yourself in that position.
Look, this is a message for all women to understand by learning something from something like this.
And then why was he man enough to hit her, but he didn't tee off on him?
Because the dude, he probably felt sorrow and remorse. Now he's trying to explain to the girl, like the girl was screaming at him for what he did. The girl in the car to the right. Look,
stop watching.
Look right there to the right. Look to the right, and then he turns around. He's trying to explain to her because she's like, "You fucking killed her," or something like that. I don't know what the sound.
I wish I knew the backstory, man. But watch how the husband looks down at her and then just keeps going. Like,
okay,
didn't even from here. Never even attempts to help her.
Pause it. You got to stop. You got to stop.
It should also show you that like you don't know what kind of day somebody else is having.
You
don't know.
That was
it.
You tell it. You got telepath.
The day, yeah.
That's why I try to avoid those confrontations.
Right.
Because
listen, and I was gonna explain it on him. In this day and age, we ride around with guns and shit because motherfuckers might kill you.
Right.
Yeah.
They kill people every fucking day.
Every day.
Around every corner. And the thing of it is, that dude right there he's
we're gonna pause it right there.
He's a quote unquote killer, right? And she put herself in danger. That woman was not in danger. She clearly has a car door open. She got out of her car and she was standing in front of that fucking dude's face, and she could tell when she looked at him but she tried to emasculate him and flicked his fucking hat.
Well, and a lot of women too, they're under the impression that a man's never going to do that to them,
right?
Because for one, she's an older lady, and we all grew up in the you don't hit a woman.
We don't want to be emasculated.
Nowadays, it's like you get in my face, you get punched. I mean, man, all woman. That's how these people are. And he looks like an older gentleman too. The black guy, he doesn't look like he's a teenager or nothing. So you would just figure he would have a little bit more respect. Maybe cuss the lady out, walk off. But
dude fucking had enough.
But I'm with you. She should not have put herself in that position.
Right. He had enough, and at that moment, no matter what had happened, the police could have dealt with that shit. But that was fucking emasculating. A woman does not get up and flick a fucking dude's hat like that. That's emasculating. So what's he's gonna sit there? He's gonna fucking.
Well, he probably cussed her. I mean, they don't tell him what they were saying back and forth. But I'm with you. I mean, it was like she could have de-escalated that. One, she could have just not got the fuck out the car and let her husband play whatever Angry Birds or whatever the fuck he's doing on his phone.
Right.
He was probably trying to call the police. If I'm reading the thing correctly, is that they might have had some type of vehicular altercation, and then they had to stop because they stopped in the middle of the street. They both got their doors open, so they might have had a collision or something at some point.
Can you tell where that plate? What's that plate?
Looks like a California plate.
Yeah, of course it does.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably legal in California.
Well, you know what, bro? You fuck around, you find out, dude. You know?
But yeah, you know,
like, what color was the victim? Oh no, you're good. You're good.
We got to stop. That's what I'm saying. Going back to the emasculation of the American male, we got to stop doing it. We got to fucking let men be men.
Well, he just was.
Out of it. No, because so that dude was wearing overalls. All right. So his job consists of what? Some pretty heavy duty shit, right?
Yeah.
And he's sitting there and he's working.
Maybe it's a fashion statement. I don't know.
I'm explaining to what happens with a man all day. They sit there and do a physical job, and when you do a physical job and your muscles start to build, you get more and more testosterone in your body.
Right.
Okay. So then from him building up more and more and more testosterone in his body, and him being a physical male, and he's out there and he's working to support the infrastructure that we have. And then she goes over there and he goes like, you know what? I dig ditches and I smell fucking human feces all day. And then this privileged bitch, gonna get up in front of my fucking face out of her air conditioned car. I can't even afford air conditioning in my own car. You know what I mean? That's that was his thought. Yeah. And he was like, and then she's gonna fucking flip me like that. And it's like, like, okay. And here's the other thing too. They could say
you think that was really a sign of privilege?
Huh? Him coming from his car and then looking at her getting out and being all pasty and fucking frail and not having to do.
But I don't see the privilege.
I'm trying to explain. You
go ahead. Explain. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
She's a lady who doesn't have to do his job and put up with his shit all day that he has to put up with. That's a privilege. You understand that, right? It's situational, but it's a privilege. Now, her husband, that dude suffers just to get up. I could tell his knees are screaming. Well, you know what I mean? But she was able to fucking
bad hip or something.
She just kind of gallivanted over to him like very, very easily, like without too much resistance at all. That woman's living a fucking good life. She's pasty. She's in air conditioning all fucking day, eating all of the fucking wrong foods and fucking unloading off on her husband all the time. This black dude has got a fucking terrible fucking job. You know what I mean? And he's smelling fucking whatever it is. I'm just giving you
no. Yeah, I'm reading some of the comments because I was trying to see if anybody had a backstory, but it's just shit like the blacks must be stopped. People commenting dumb shit like that. Just reading. Somebody said chimp out. What? That's God.
And here's another thing too. He'll probably beat it in court because when she touched him, he immediately responded without even a fraction of
It's a form of assault. Yeah, it really is.
Here's another thing too that a lot of people don't really know. It doesn't matter if you're trying to hug somebody or trying to hit somebody. They got a lot of people that don't want to be fucking touched.
Yeah, so I'm with you. Like in the eyes of the law, he may get off on that.
He might
get
off on it.
It's not morally right.
No, morally it's not right.
But once she lifted that
he was assaulted. He was assaulted.
I'm just telling you. I'm just reading the situation because should that woman have been? Should he have even touched that fucking woman? No.
Well, no.
You know what I mean?
I don't think anybody really thinks that.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, Lord have mercy. I hope nobody tries to say that Boojie's a fucking asshole because I'm trying.
Well, I did hear you come up with 101 reasons on why that was kind of justified, but
no, I'm just telling you.
I know what you're saying. I know, and the biggest one is she put herself in that position when she should have never done it, and the husband should have put her in check. I guess if you want to say, not to sound like a misogynist, but he should have told her,
husband,
get your ass in the car,
get your ass in the car. Let me deal with this.
For one, you're going to get us killed. I mean, like you said, dude could have had a gun. You run in your fucking mouth,
right?
You know what I mean? And it's not worth all that over some kind of traffic accident, or whatever the fuck they was going on.
There were, and if you notice the instance to try to see where it went wrong at. That guy was in strike zone a long time before he hit her.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if he was running up to do it, he could have just. There was nothing that was going to stop that. That dude looked very, very athletic. It looked like he could have just jumped over a fucking car.
Which also gave him plenty of time to get the fuck out the lady's face too. But
no. What it's saying is, if they're going to have a meeting of minds to where they go up and they explain things and they're going to discuss stuff, because we usually do. We usually don't just go ham.
Right.
So we're going to have a meeting of minds. So we come up and then you discuss your ideas about the situation and I do. And then if we don't agree to it, then we go physical.
Yeah.
Right. And she wrote the dude off, but the way she wrote the dude off was instead of her just turning around and giving him a hair flip or whatever like that,
or even a finger.
Yeah.
Well,
fuck
she
you.
probably called him something that you can't do. And that's probably what's going to be said eventually is that, she said something. Because something set that fucking dude off.
Absolutely.
People don't like to be touched.
Yeah, but,
I'll show you. I'll give you an example. Him.
Yeah, but it was like he was just waiting for a reason. Like he was on that edge anyway. Like something was said or something. You know what I mean? Like you didn't just go from somebody flicking your hat to laying this bitch out. I mean, something. He was already there. The rage. You know what I mean? Yeah,
they all were pissed. They were out of their cars in the middle of fucking traffic.
Yeah.
They were all there.
Well, I feel sorry for the next woman I get an offender bender with because
that's
what's happening, right?
He probably like, I hope this, like you. I hope this bitch touches me.
No. Well, I really want your take on this racist Google AI shit that's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Have you read anything about it?
I have not.
No.
So I'm about to learn, huh?
Well, and it's true. I'm fucking with you, but it is true. The story. Basically, Google got caught with their little AI program that anytime you would Google and search for any kind of image, like say you wanted to see like a glamour shot of a white couple. Well, of course they can't do that. Well, we don't show people, blah, blah, blah. Well, of course, when you do the black couple, they show, and it's just a list of these pictures of, a black couple in their, their dress and their freaking suits and all. And that was just one, one example of people were just showing like hundreds of examples online the other day. And they came out and apologized because they did get busted doing that shit.
So what exactly was they doing?
Well, they were just anything to do with white people. They would not pull up like an image. Like, for instance, if you Google our forefathers, they would show like a black guy. I'm gonna show you right here.
They'll show all their servants, but they wouldn't show them.
No, no, right here. Honestly, like that. I don't want to click on it because it's going to expand the article. But that's what they would show. And that's fine if that was if that was the truth, it's fine.
This fucking shit is so stupid. Man.
So it doesn't turn into a black or white thing. It's just about blatant fucking lies. You know what I mean? To try to change that kind of history. And it doesn't seem like a big deal to us because we know the truth. You know what I mean? But these generations that are coming up that are just going to be searching on these platforms, just looking for information,
It goes in both ways.
Well,
want me to give you an example?
Well, it depends. Yeah, I want to see how you're going to come with it because it.
Okay, so the Black Panther.
Yeah.
All right. So they put that there was the Black Panther Party before there was the Black Panther the movie.
The movie, yeah.
So Disney basically came in and erased a whole chunk of history. That'd be like somebody coming out with the KKK, and the KKK is now part of something that else in them did.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So now, if you try to, there's so much content out there on the Black Panther that if you try to go back to it, it's going to go to some Disney shit.
Right.
You see what I mean?
Not really, because if you go search Black Panther Party, nobody's making that disappear.
No, what I'm saying is the connotation of having that phrase.
Yeah.
Because if I say the KKK, it means the KKK. But if I say Black Panther, they're talking about a fucking Disney movie, and not talking about an organization that was put into for black people to stop the oppression of blacks.
Yeah, but if you Google the Black Panther Party,
you don't understand what I'm saying.
You're not listening.
How did that go over your head?
Listen.
I'm not getting the comparison. I know what you're saying. But nobody's hiding the history of Black Panther.
Look, it's called the Black Panther Party. There's a real Black Panther.
Yes.
And then there's the Black Panther Party. All right. And then Disney made a thing. Listen, you got to listen. This is important. So now when anytime somebody even whispers or says Black Panther, now they're thinking about a Disney movie.
Right.
And it's just, it's snow capping. It's covering up everything. You see what I'm saying? You got to pay attention when I'm talking about this because you're sitting there, your brain goes, you're like, I'm not really paying attention.
You're long-winded, dog.
It's the same side doing it, though.
Huh?
Disney. Like that. So,
it's a double-edged sword.
You know what I mean? Like,
it's a double-edged sword. What I'm saying is that's the same exact thing, but you're talking about it's only going one way, but it's going two ways.
But, I know, but I guess
they shouldn't do it at all. That's why what I'm saying, because you're making a good point. I'm making a point on top of that to say that they shouldn't do it at all.
Yeah.
Like all of this transgender shit. Right? There's no such thing as transgender. No, listen.
Don't tell Google that.
There is no such thing as transgender. There's a transvestite, and by surgery, you probably could be a transgender. But just to claim that you're transgender, it doesn't happen like that because of your genetic makeup. That's like saying that how would I? What would be another thing that a good example of that you can't change one to another?
Your race.
Transracial.
Yeah, you can't.
No, it's true. It's true.
I know.
I'll tell you why. That woman that claimed
Rachel
she was
Dolezal, yeah.
what she did. What she claimed that she was black,
Yeah.
and they got all over her ass.
Profited off of it,
right?
Big time. Yeah.
Big time. Yeah.
They got all over her ass for doing it.
Mm-hmm.
You know about this?
Yes.
And it can't. So why can't a white woman be
That's
black woman?
That's cultural appropriation.
But a man could be a woman.
Yeah. Man, I don't know the
How is
rules.
that?
I can't keep up with the rules with them. That crazy ass side, but I'm with you. I know what
Yeah.
you're saying, but it's so hard to keep up with what you can and can't do right now.
They ought to take that shit out
You
and
know?
stop it. They ought to stop.
Because this is the same side that's trying to normalize pedophiles, you know what I
Mhm.
mean, and want everybody to kind of feel sorry for them because they can't help it.
It's
So
not just a side. No, it's not. It's not.
It's hard to.
But hold on. It's not just a side because that's like saying that everybody from
I
Lacombe.
know what you're saying. Yeah.
If they got a lot of
It's
crime
not
coming from
everybody,
Lacombe and I
yeah.
live in, and I live there, that doesn't mean that I'm out there committing that crime. So we need to try to start to debunk that too because there's a lot of Democrats out there that don't believe in that stuff, and there's a lot more Democrats around here just by their. It could be because of their race.
Yeah.
Because generally, if you see somebody that's not a non-white in South Louisiana, they're Democrat.
Right
or
now.
was.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's
Say back in the day, it was them.
no. Back in the day, when I was coming up, it was all Democrats. But now it's starting to have a shift because you have a lot more Trump supporters that are of color. Boy,
I was meaning that like there was a lot of white country folk back in the day. That's all they would vote as Democrat.
Absolutely.
They did not vote Republican because it was always believed that Democrats were for the poor person,
for the
working
class,
working class,
exactly.
poor, like
Unions,
they were there to help,
pro-union.
So
Blue
that
bloods.
did shift,
I got you.
Blue blood Democrats.
Yeah, but overall, I mean, I know what you're saying. I mean,
they need to pull that shit out.
Yeah.
They need to stop it because what's going on is it's starting to gloss over everybody. So everybody that had a platform, everybody had something to do with something. Now is getting glossed over. You can't look up Black Panthers because you're going to get a Disney movie. You can't look up our forefathers because you're going to get misrepresentation.
Well, let's see if what you're saying is true. Let's Google it right now.
Google what?
Black Panther. Let's see what happens. Because, like I said, I don't think they're erasing the history of the Black Panther like they're trying to do.
It's they saturate and then it dilutes.
Go to Google. We'll go straight to Google. That way, I'm not in the search bar or whatever.
Put Black Panther.
I am. Yeah, I just want to see how far down we have to go to get to the Black Panther Party. You know what I mean?
Come on,
right there. I'm going, bro. All right.
Black Panther. Look, it was the first thing you see.
It is. I want to see. I want to see how far down. And then it goes to the actual animal. Black Panther facts. I don't even know what the fuck.
You can click on images too.
Yeah. I'm just looking. I want to see when it actually.
Black Panther.
Then it gets to the National Museum of African Americans. So it starts about there. So yeah, I mean, you got to go a little ways down because you're right. I mean, it's just going to pull up that film, of course. Now, if you go, I mean, I guess sure. If you go Black Panther Party, of course, that's what it's
click
gonna
images.
Pull up, but
click images and see what it does. There you go.
Yeah.
Now roll down.
Yeah.
Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Yep. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. And that's and black people just took a hit.
Sure.
By doing that because
there was nothing. The Black Panthers turned into a very terrible, or they weren't no better than the fucking Klan.
Exactly.
At a certain point. So
right. No.
So why can't we erase the Klan?
Huh?
Why don't we erase that from history so they'll stop pointing that towards white people?
That's not.
You know what I mean?
I was trying to make a point of it wasn't.
No, but to me, it's like you're doing black people a favor. You know what I'm saying?
By doing what?
By getting rid of that Black Panther Party bullshit.
No, it's
what
history.
They turned into
it's history.
Well, so is George Washington.
Well, of course. No, but okay, yeah, but you're gonna erase George Washington and say our forefathers was all black?
That's what they're doing. Was my point.
That's the point.
That's what I'm saying.
Take
it out. Take it out. Like this shit is terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
Let people see that they're trying to say that we didn't. They're gonna start to erase that we had slavery.
Yeah.
They're gonna erase that we had.
No, fuck no. They would never do that.
What I'm saying is they're erasing. No. You understand what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
They're pulling a lot of stuff away. They're saying, "Oh no, we don't have our forefathers was black."
Yeah.
So then that immediately says that there was no such thing as racism because it was everybody was black back then.
Yeah.
And I'll ask you this, and this so that you understand where I'm coming from, because I think you talking about that I'm attached to. I'm not attached to none of the Black Panther stuff, but I'm trying to make a point.
Yes, you are. He's gonna have a fro next time with a pick stuck in it.
That's right.
No.
Fuck all you crackers. I couldn't resist, dude.
No,
I was just kidding, bro.
Listen.
No, okay. Here's the point that we kind of deal it down. Let me get back around to it. I'm sorry. The Black Panther Party was set up to do what? What do you think? Why do you think they got together and did that?
Well, and I'm sure it was in the beginning
to solve the problem of racial inequality.
From the oppression of, because it's not like anybody's denying that they were oppressed. I mean, it was horrible.
Yeah, I mean, but it ended badly.
It turned into almost like a militant thing, and it was basically kill white people type shit. And it's like, well, that's, I mean,
I know, but what I'm saying is
that ain't no better than a Klan.
So what I'm saying is like that taking the wind out of some sails or something. I mean, understand that shit had to be stopped.
Yeah.
If it was resulting in that or not, it all depends on what type of light or what they were trying to spin on. I'm sure there's truth on both sides. However, them erasing shit, they're erasing that, and I'll get to the other part in a moment. But them erasing a lot of stuff, a lot of our history is starting to be fucking terrible.
Yeah.
You were just talking about the same thing just 2 seconds ago before I started to bring this up. It's the same thing. They had a good idea. Was they're going to try to create inequality, I'm sure. And then it went to shit.
Yeah.
This other shit that they starting now to where they're saying, all right, our forefathers is black.
Yeah, and I'm not saying they're claiming that. It was just they refused to let you pull up an image of a white person. It wasn't that Google was saying, well, our forefather. It was just crazy that the algorithm, the way it was designed, that AI.
It's fucking terrible. And that we having it on both sides. Yeah. Man, I'm just saying we.
Yeah.
But there is instances that are happening on both sides that we have to fight to try to get this shit off of there. Because I am a fucking man and I could deal with the truth. I got more truth than anybody should have gotten at a lot of different parts of my life.
Anyway, so, I mean, I was just curious on what y'all's thought. I didn't know if you had read anything about that with what Google got caught doing. And I say caught because the asshole that was doing it, that was in charge of all that, came out tweeting, trying to cover his ass, saying that they were looking into it. They were apologizing. So to me, if you did nothing wrong, you wouldn't be apologizing. They know what the fuck they did.
I'm thinking about something else. Didn't you pull up something else on AI?
I don't have a clue what I pulled up.
Yeah, you got a little screenshot.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's on a certain profile page that might or might not be related to B.S.ing with the guys where you asked AI.
Was that the about the pedophilia? Yeah, that was part of what I was talking about.
That's why we gotta fucking take this shit down.
Because when you asked them if pedophiles were evil, then they came with some bullshit thing about, well, you can't label them that because it's a problem. Pedophilia,
it's a disorder.
And it's like, pull what up?
I don't know if you want to do it or not. Pull it up. I want to get a terminology.
I'll pull it up.
Oh, he'll do it. I want that terminology.
Google was like, well,
what they said about it. Yeah.
That shit cut me. It cut me deep.
Yeah. Google's like, hate's a strong word.
Fucking mad. No. There's a term there's a term that they bring up, and when you say that fucking term, that's it. It's like lights out. You'll see. Any man that's any ounce.
Right.
What is the
question?
Minor attractive person?
Is pedophilia wrong?
Yeah, that fucking shit.
It's look at it. Look, it's a nuanced answer that goes beyond a simple yes or no. I mean, what the fuck kind of what is that?
A MAP.
Yeah, well, that's when they're trying to normalize. They don't want you to call them pedophiles anymore. They're just attracted to minors because they can't help it.
Yeah, just like you can't call a fucking dude a dude because he wants to be a chick.
You don't want to offend the pedophiles, Boojie.
Yeah. Look, individuals cannot control who they are attracted to. And nobody said they could. But this fucking question right here does not ask that. It asks, is the shit wrong? And then fuckers refuse to say, well, yes. Of course it's wrong. It's not always a race thing that it's just anything to go against what is quote unquote traditional. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, it's like for years everybody believes that pedophilia is wrong. Well, then of course that side's going to come out and say, you know what? It was probably a straight white male who said that, so we're going to go ahead and go against it as much as we can. You know what I mean? And it's just ridiculous.
I'm so tired of this fucking shit.
I did see Biden said the key to his marriage is good sex. So
that
was a beautiful picture to be painted, and everybody.
Can you imagine?
I mean, at one time,
I want to know who's standing behind him pushing.
No way.
While they're in bed, like that's all I was thinking about. Is like this man don't know what the fuck he's doing.
No,
in everyday life.
You think maybe like bedroom. Blue Chew is involved with that,
or what the? Oh yeah.
How old is that dude?
81.
Who he is?
About 81.
Shit, I know they just recently said he couldn't even remember being vice president or his son passing, and that was their reason for not charging him with having him documents in his house. He's not mentally fit.
But he's mentally fit to be president?
Absolutely. Ain't that a hell of a thing?
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter who you're talking about. Just to say that about anybody is like,
I'm going to say this, and I'm going to say this to both of y'all because I don't think he too much cares about this, but for y'all too, this is what y'all have to understand. It's not our choice in who's president. Get over it. Both of y'all.
Well, yeah.
It's not. Look. This shows you 100% that it's not our choice who's president. It makes no fucking sense whatsoever who's president. I don't think y'all really understand how much I'm trying to convey to you. There's nothing there anymore. There's nothing there. We talked about the issues that's at hand for the most part and kind of get out of that because I just think it's going nowhere. This is having that dude as president is like having this fucking sheet of paper here as president, right? Or pick a page, whichever one you want.
Well, to me, even if you have a mentally fit one, it still doesn't matter because they're not pulling any fucking of the shots. You know what I mean? Like there's people behind them. There's super PACs. There's big time donors. Those are the ones calling the shots.
Except for Trump
in this country. Well, yeah, Trump's the only one. MAGA baby. He's
and then what's his name? Wait, because I don't want to say pull the rug off 100%. Because Brad was looking at me like, "Are you fucking crazy?" Oh no, the other guy who was independent, Ross Perot. Well,
yeah, but he didn't even make it to be president. They
demolished
him.
He did cost George Bush the election,
pulling them votes away.
Absolutely,
to go to
with Bill Clinton.
To Clinton, that was when Clinton.
But it was Bush to be president after who? Who was president? Who was president when
at
Ross
the time
Perot was
when they were running?
George Bush Sr. I'm talking about. George Bush Sr. was president, and then Bill Clinton came on the scene, so he was running for his second term. And then Ross Perot was running as a Republican, and then went third party.
Daddy Bush didn't go 2 terms?
No. He went one term.
But it was enough. I mean, you had Reagan for 8 years. No, listen.
Well, it might have been, but
he's gonna fucking kill.
It's just funny.
Hold him when I get out of here. All right. He's gonna be like
absolutely hold me back,
like a rabid chihuahua in the corner. Just he's gonna be trying to fucking kill me. Hold him back. Hold him. He's gonna bite all of this tomorrow. All of that's gonna be just bloody. No, you had 8 years of Reagan, and then you had Daddy Bush to come in, right?
Oh, you're saying it was time to.
Yeah, so that was 12 years of Republicans.
Yeah, it's not good to have any party in power for too long.
And that's the other thing that I want to touch on too while we're talking about politics because it's so lovely is
it's awesome.
Political dynasties.
Yeah.
So if had what's his name? The Walmart chick, Hillary. Yeah, because Bill was president.
What does she have to do with Walmart?
Hillary Clinton and Walmart? I'll tell you about that in a second.
Yeah, tell me
about that. Let me do this first.
Educate me.
Political dynasties. Political dynasties consist of that your husband was in office and was in office for a very long time and created all this pull. And they say that, all right, now you can't be in office anymore. So how can you, how can your spouse get in there? You understand what I'm saying? If you can't go for longer than 8 years, then how can your freaking spouse, which is married to you, which is pretty much, it's a union, you become one.
Yeah.
So how do you?
I see what you're saying. Yeah, like she should have never been able to.
It makes it not. Yes, it's a political dynasty.
Yeah.
So all right, now to touch on why she's Miss Walmart. Okay.
Yeah, let me hear it.
The headquarters of Walmart is located in Bentonville, Arkansas.
Right.
And Bill and Hillary sat on the board of Walmart.
I got you.
Okay. And Walmart went from being the largest retailer in the United States, and then when Bill and Hillary sat on the board, and then when Bill and Hillary became governor, they became the largest retailer in the world. And then Hillary came back around to try to reign supreme over everything. They had some plans, Brother Brad.
Absolutely.
But I don't know how you don't know how you don't know this is going to give.
But
Brad,
what took her plans, man?
Huh?
Who stopped her plans in her tracks?
The devil, Trump.
No, actually,
fuck you, Trump devil.
Barack Obama. I do agree with you in that sense that she thought she was a shoo-in on that election when she ran.
She absolutely did.
She was ready. Absolutely 100%. And she probably to this day feels like she was owed that.
Oh, of course.
You know?
It was her turn.
And
she was.
No,
she was. Listen, I'm going to tell you why. As I said before, she was a Rodham, and of course, Bill was nobody.
Right.
And they both sat on the Walmart board, and Walmart was the largest retailer in the United States. Now, being the largest retailer in the United States means you are the largest retailer in the world power-wise, but it wasn't global yet. So then once them two put them into global power and it went into every country. Walmart went into every country, and it became a global power all around the world. And then Hillary came back and was owed her dues for putting them in that position. You see what I'm saying now?
I know I see where you're coming from. Yeah.
And now Brother Brad's got something to think about. He's gonna be like, "Did Boojie just one up me?"
It wasn't a one up. It was just information that some people don't know.
I'm listening to what you have to say.
You don't believe none of that?
No, I'm not saying I don't believe it.
What you mean? You saying you like Hillary enough that you're going to give her the benefit of the doubt that she?
No, I can't stand Hillary.
You saw the new balloon that was?
Yeah, a little bit.
That was
a little bit. I haven't really followed it, but I did see the headlines.
Yeah, another balloon floating over the country. And
I didn't hear that. I know you
now
hit on it.
Of course, China. They had nothing to do with it.
Of course not.
They're claiming. Well, actually, I think they have proof right here. Look, watch. Weather baron, totally not spying. So there you go. See?
Totally not for spying.
There's your proof right there.
I love it.
I gotta ask Brad. Brad, can Trump run again? Or is he just doing it just to do some type of blocking or something?
Oh, no, he can run.
He can?
Unless they throw his ass in prison, which they're trying to do, but he can legally run. He hasn't been, he's been charged with a bunch of shit.
He hasn't been
been convicted.
Yeah,
convicted of shit, right?
Yeah.
All right.
That's what they were saying. They brought up like 91 charges against him or something,
right.
And they have yet to press a single charge on anybody that was on that Epstein list.
Right.
And they have that list, so they know the names.
Yeah.
They're so worried about this shit, this man right here, that they refuse to even say who was on that fucking list.
Well, we're deep in the politics.
Isn't that the last thing he got hit with was like under or overvaluing his properties or some shit?
That was one of the last ones I remember, yeah.
I think that was the last one that he got hit with. But I was watching something basically that they were saying how there's like not enough evidence for them to get him legally, so they had to get him in like civil court and shit on it.
Right.
Yeah, well, that's why didn't they just have that judgment that some 100-something million,
300 and 54 million. He cannot do business in New York for 3 years. The Trump organization can't do business in New York for 3 years. Basically, being that he inflated appraisal values on buildings, and to me, it's bullshit.
And
is
it true? I'm not sure. It's what I've read, but that they wouldn't let the bank that loaned him the money or whatever testify in court as a witness.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
And they say that, in their opinion, he undervalued the buildings.
Right.
Well, I seen Kevin O'Leary came out, on his side saying that every real estate investor would be in prison if y'all were going to whatever. He was explaining it in a smarter way than I'll be able to repeat, but he was just explaining on why like everybody does what they're accusing Trump of doing. There's nothing wrong with it. You know what I mean? And he said that
to the same sense of like Trump, when he goes and does like a building. I mean, we're talking building. We're not talking 3-bedroom houses. Yeah. When you talk about a building, then he'll go to the bank and say, "Well, I need $200 million to do this project." Okay. Well, the bank's going to come back to him and say, "Well, what do you have as collateral?" "Well, I have this building over here that's valued at $400 million. I'll put this up as collateral to borrow $200 million. You're going to make money on it, on the interest of it. You're going to make your money on it." And then I believe it was this judge, this liberal judge. I mean, he was the one that was valuing Mar-a-Lago at $18 million. I don't think the parking lot is $18 million. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it's a total all out vindictive thing to get Trump to where he won't run.
And from what I understand, he paid the loan back.
Absolutely.
So what's the problem?
Exactly
it's
right.
Like you borrow money, you pay it back, and then they press charges on you for overvaluing the property. Right. It's not like he still owed him money because he lied about the value of the property.
It's like getting divorced and then and then your ex-wife comes back and be like, "Hey, and another thing." No, it's done. I mean,
and I know
you're not the biggest.
It's not like you're the biggest Trump lover in the world, but I mean, can you even see just the ignorance in that? I mean, you borrow money, you pay the shit back, and then they come back and charge you for overvalue, which it's not like he really overvalued that property. That's
it was cool.
Fucking nonsense.
Yeah. But here's the thing, though, and then somebody should never fucking open his door. It was cool when they was doing that shit to Bill Clinton. When Bill Clinton got his dick sucked by somebody, that was nobody's fucking business. Said, "Oh, he lied because he was somebody." That was a personal, private.
But I'm gonna tell you why that don't matter because I was too young to give a fuck. So
but it wasn't even about that. We hit on that a few episodes ago. We did.
No, but
it wasn't even about that getting his dick sucked. It wasn't. It had nothing to do with that. He lied under oath in a deposition.
No, you don't understand. You don't understand. They cannot ask you about getting your dick sucked. They can't. That's a personal situation. They can't do it.
Then he should have took the fucking fifth instead of saying no.
You can't do shit like that in the fucking White House.
Why are we asking?
Because it's a character thing, for one. You expect your president to be on a different level.
Listen.
He's running the country. He's supposed to be the highest of the high, the most powerful leader in the fucking free world. And he can't even stop the urge to get a fucking blowjob from this young fucking secretary that he's taking advantage
Might have
of.
needed it.
And that's the same as the courts lying on Trump. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's all I'm saying. I just don't see the comparison.
It's
see
exactly
what you're
the
saying.
same comparison. That's that fucking dude's business.
So you're saying we're getting nowhere with this?
Yeah, I mean it's his business.
That's why I love
you. You know what I mean? But here's the other thing too. Look, what is and I'll ask Brother Brad. Brother Brad. Brad's got the whitest name. Brad.
Absolutely.
I wish I had.
Because look at me.
I wish you had a name, Brad.
Yeah.
Brad is fucking. Yeah.
You got a pretty white name.
I like it.
It's like Trevor.
Trevor.
Hi,
nah.
Trev.
No,
Hey,
Brad's
Brad.
like fucking like.
Brad's got that
manly
white dude college name. I'm gonna go play tennis with who? With Brad. Oh, would you do good? Great job. Didn't even got to ask. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, I'm going to play tennis with who? With Tyrone.
Hey, somebody fucking with your name calls himself Boojie. You do realize that. So.
Boojie.
Bourgeois. Yeah.
And if I hear somebody is coming to the party and his name's Brad, I'm assuming he's coming with kegs.
Oh, he's a bad motherfucker.
He's coming with ice chests. Absolutely. That's what Brad sounds like to me. Like, Brad is about to get me fucked up.
You're going to drink yourself to that line.
So, Brad, we're going to have a whole segment on your name if you don't mind.
That's what, I really don't care. Right. I'm proud of what my parents named me.
That's
and
right.
It is what it is. I'm not
white as
I'm
you
not going to change my
proud.
fucking name, you know?
I know. Brad misses high fives.
Absolutely.
So stupid.
Yeah.
Well, did you have a point before you started going off on?
No.
No, I did. Okay, look.
See,
so
look,
I was being
when
goofy.
you start allowing men to run around your stage in high heels, this is what happens. This is Madonna at one of her recent concerts here.
She got knocked the fuck out.
Look at the dude in high heels.
Oh no. Oh my God.
And that's what happens when you want to play dress up. You know what I mean? But hey, look,
you think
man,
he
she's
was
a
fired?
pro.
Played it off, dog.
She's a pro. I think she's 60 some odd years old.
Yeah.
Now.
I like them boots too. Shit.
No, the cameraman. She's like, oh no, I'm good. Get this little nasty twat on here. Rub some of that stank on that chair. So
who brought it tonight?
That's just funny. Look, dude in heels. Oh, my nails. That's what she gets.
Broken nail on the way down.
Something else.
But when does it fucking stop?
It's not.
It is.
It'll never.
You're so optimistic, Brad.
Well,
yeah,
I don't know a shroud of optimism.
Yeah.
I don't know how you stop the craziness going on right now.
You start to pay attention to the straight male.
Well, you do, but I know, but that has to be pushed. You know what I mean? And there's nobody yet that's powerful enough to push that. Like, you see with these social media companies, the news, anything that these kids are paying attention to nowadays with this, TikTok and Instagram. It's all run by people that are pushing that. So how do you change that? Because, like you say, Trump makes a social media, but nobody wants to get on it. Besides, hardcore right. It's not like somebody.
I don't think I think the reason why I don't know about that is because they don't have the right people behind.
But I'm not. But that's what I'm saying. I was just using it as an example that when somebody else tries to do it, that's for one, the kids aren't looking up to Trump. You know what I mean. So it's like no matter what they're pushing on True Social, the children are never going to see it. They're only going to see what's going on Instagram and Facebook and TikTok.
Oh, that's the other thing.
You
make a good point. You know what point
I
you just
always
made?
do. But
Produce a shame, man.
What point was that?
He always does.
I'm full of them.
Absolutely.
He's full of something.
Well, make
let me quit.
Fucking point.
Our children. That's our future.
We're in trouble.
I'm about to start singing, dude.
We're in trouble.
I'm fixing to start singing.
Teach the well in. Let them lead the way.
That's all I can think of.
Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. All right, I'm sorry.
Well, but you did say it on a more serious note. You're right. The kids are always the future, but
and they're getting them.
So
getting them right now.
Right. So how do you get that back on path to get these kids?
You got to fight real fucking hard.
Yeah. Well,
you know what it's going to take?
More Elons, honestly.
A reset.
There's only one Elon right now.
I'm gonna go Brad.
1 billionaire that's willing.
No. I'm gonna go on Brad's. It's gonna take Brad's platform. It's gonna take a reset.
I know, but who's going to do that? I'm saying you got to have people that have money and power to fight them. You know what I'm saying?
Some things happen on their own.
No, well, we'll just sit back and
if you keep protecting your child, you're going to raise a bitch. But if you let him go out there and talk shit to the wrong person and he slap the shit out of it, you ain't got to do it yourself.
Yeah.
And you ain't got to worry about that.
And what's going to happen
is, and I'm going on Brother Brad's platform right quick and saying that it's going to hit oblivion. It's going to hit the point to where it's going to clog up so much of the courts. It's going to clog up so much of our fucking laws. It's going to clog up so much shit until we're going to have to start to peel some of this fucking shit back. There's too many layers to this onion.
I agree.
Yeah. I don't think it's that simple though. I just think you're fighting.
No, it's simple when it happens.
That are too powerful.
And what do we get? We get a balloon, a weather balloon going across, and we get a satellite.
It's a Chinese spy balloon.
The satellite, the nuclear.
the space nukes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's all
just
there.
do a hard reset.
No. What I'm saying is,
that's what we need. Can we try unplugging this motherfucker and plugging it back in, please?
No, what I'm saying is that we do have the potential for that to happen. He said
absolutely.
It. Look,
I do.
I'm going off of his information and his information that it can happen.
Yeah. I just think the quickest way would, like I said, to have more Elons out there that have the kind of money to fight these fuckers. Because you got Trump has it, but let's face it, Trump is ego driven with everything he does.
Trump's
I don't
only going to reach
that
a certain...
from Elon. Not that I know him. Maybe he is, but he doesn't come off like that.
They're going to have to grab a young...
So it seems like he's really fighting back against this shit, but he's the only one.
Yeah, but look at him.
And they're going to get him soon. You watch. They will find a way to take Elon down.
But look at him. Trump to a young child looks like the boogeyman.
Yeah.
He's the furthest image away from what they want to see.
Sure.
And then on the scale, it goes back to Elon Musk. You got to push that scale all the way back to fucking Hannah Montana or somebody. Yeah. Somebody that's really, really close to these kids that's going to be able to create a positive image.
Peppa Pig.
Yeah.
Peppa Pig needs to start.
But that's the problem. You got somebody like Trump. Anybody that's got influence on these children, they're not going to jump on the Trump bandwagon
right now.
You know what I mean? They don't want to touch that. You know what I mean? Not that I guess that's not the only thing you can do to turn around is just get with Trump. But I mean, it being that he's the one that's out there as far as running for president that's looking to change all this shit. Somebody, like you said, that has some kind of pull with these younger children need to jump on board, but they're all afraid to do it. You know what I mean? Nobody wants to back Trump.
Because you have too many harsh penalties for it.
Exactly. So I'm saying, how do you?
Not
you know
only
why?
am I going to fine you or put you in jail, but I'm going to take your livelihood. I'm going to fucking cancel you.
That's
I'm going to shut you down.
They're too powerful, and there's nobody to pull that power away right now.
Yeah, that shit is going other directions.
That's like even if you make your living in Hollywood, well, you don't want to lose that living. So none of these actors want to come out and say, I endorse Trump or any Republican.
That's a good point.
You know,
that's a good point. You know what point you made?
Another good one. I told you, dude. That's
absolutely.
No, you just on a roll tonight.
Look, go ahead.
Just tonight.
No, what point did I make? Because I don't even know.
All of our
running my mouth.
All of our information is coming from Hollywood.
Hollywood.
Yeah, and it's not anymore.
Yeah.
So now they're doing everything they can to try to get it back.
Yeah.
Here's something on X. I don't know if you saw it. Just about 45 pedophiles who were planning to eat children were arrested. With a sickening array of child sex charges, the People's Voice. 45 pedophiles arrested in South Carolina. Hell yeah. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that.
No, but I would like to fact check it, but because I know it's put up by Gitmo99, whoever that is.
Yeah, that's not a credible news source. Yeah, you gotta come on, Brad. You gotta do better than that.
He's on X at Gitmo99. What are you talking about,
dude?
Huh? Oh,
that's like Walter Cronkite, man.
Oh, my
everything
God.
on X is real, dude.
All right, Justin.
The peoplesvoice.tv is the link that it wants me to go to. I'm afraid I'm gonna get hacked.
You are gonna get fucking hacked.
Shit, I'm sorry, Brad.
I'm surprised somebody don't even fucking pop out of the fucking screen itself.
I can't do
Let's get back to Justin. God damn it, Brad. Justin, I apologize.
Not only do pedophiles want to do children, they want to eat them.
So I was digging through our comments on YouTube, and apparently someone was a little upset with Boosie, and I'm assuming he was talking about you. Yeah, well, yeah, we do call Brad that on the streets. We call him Boosie, but I think they were talking about
it's Boosie Brad ass.
Fucking right, boy.
I think this person was talking about you because, well, I'll show you what they were bitching about. I'll pull it up.
Yeah. There ain't no comments. Wait.
No, it's different.
Oh, no, you had this shit pulled up already?
Because I wanted to get you.
That's a fucking
I
setup,
wanted to get you with it. Now,
I know a fucking setup when I see one.
No, I'm gonna read it. I got to find another podcast to listen to. So sick of hearing Boosie's dumbass. Well, I added a dumbass, but
that's fine.
Boosie always make everything about race, all the problems in the world, and this dude acts like everything is the white man's fault.
Hold up.
Now,
let me say this.
We'll sit back.
You're on the record now.
Yeah.
You're on the record.
Yeah, I'm always on a fucking record.
Yeah,
I'm always on a fucking hook. And evidently, I'm on a treble hook on this one. Everything that happens where I live at is due to white people. Everything. This is predominantly white area that I'm in. It's 70% white.
Your neighborhood or
what? The whole. We're talking about St. Tammany Parish. All the strings, everything is going to consist of what white people do here.
And we'll say it again. That's like our county because we don't call them counties here.
Yeah,
if you're listening outside of the state, yeah, that's what he's talking about.
So when I talk about me being my experience, and I have to pronounce what goes on as far as my experience, which is different from his experience, because I had a different experience growing up here, and so that's what I'm saying. And I'm not trying to defend whatever I'm saying. I mean, you can take it with a grain of salt, for whatever. But let's see, who is that? Can you read that? That's OXEEXO 6540.
So
3 days ago, made that comment. So whoever you are, chime in. We can have a phone call. Well, you don't have to have a phone call with me. You can have a phone call with Brother Brad if you want to. You can have a phone call with Shane if you want to as well. To try to, if you would like a phone call, if you want to get on video, you can get on video and do it too. Or we could all we can video conference together, whatever the case may be. But I stand on everything I said. And actually, to tell you straight up, it was much worse than what I put it. Understand that. I woke up at 17 years old with a fucking gun to my head. You understand that? I looked down at the foot of my bed, and my brother had an AK pointed toward his head. That was the fucking police. I went to jail for 2 months. All right? I had a very terrible fucking experience here. So if you want to sit down and talk about it, we talk about it at any given fucking point. I suppress that stuff. I push it down and I turn it into laughter.
But clearly, you don't hate white people. I mean,
how the fuck could I hate fucking white people?
Well, that's what I mean. I guess that's what some people.
Is that what you pulled from that?
Well, apparently, it pissed this person off that you have any kind of opinion other than what they.
Why do you think Why do you think that person's white?
Yeah. Well, that's true. That's a good point.
I was making a generalization, but I mean, it more than likely it is a white person. That made that comment that they're sick of hearing me. But they said what they got to find another podcast. But instead of them going to find another podcast, they figured they'd drop that little turd right there.
Well, look, and we don't want anybody to not listen. But if that's the way you feel, and because somebody has an opinion that you may not agree with, then by all means, I mean, skip over the fucking video.
No.
No.
Well, here's the thing, though. That's the truth. That's how they see me.
Sure.
And that's what I've had to deal with my whole life.
Yeah.
So I don't take offense to that.
Well, we need to get a hotline people can call.
Yeah.
Man.
Hell yeah. A red phone.
Because I would welcome any of that.
Everybody can chime in.
And look, if there's a way that if someone is interesting enough and has some kind of decent points, then by all means, we will figure out a way for y'all to call in. We'll put you on speakerphone. You're more than welcome to join the conversation, but not just to take jabs. I mean, if you want to discuss, you get a problem with anything any of us are saying, well, speak your voice.
Well, that's why we're here. We're here to absolve a lot of stuff that's going on into
we're a very opinionated show, man.
But to understand the commonality that we have. Everybody here has an opinion because we're not just drones and we're not just morons that just, what do you call them, Brad? Sheeple. Yeah, we're not just the mindless people who just wander around doing what people say. We actually have a mind here.
And we're not stopping.
No, we're not going to stop.
No, we're not going to stop.
Well, you're going to stop with the white man hate, first of all.
Absolutely.
I mean, stop.
You're outvoted here, dude.
XOEXXOO572. They ain't going to have none of that shit.
XOEXXO2. What, that sounds like a... No.
Look, whoever you are, I got your back. Fuck Boosie.
Yeah.
Fuck Boosie.
Fuck the Boosie badass.
So anyway, I just wanted to show you that because apparently you rubbed somebody the wrong way. So I figured you would at least.
I rubbed a lot.
Well,
I've disappointed a lot of girls.
I've rubbed them the wrong way.
I've rubbed a lot of them the wrong way. You know what I mean? But I mean,
but I wanted you to have a chance to,
to rebuttal.
Respond. I mean, you went a little hard in the paint, right?
No,
I mean, I wasn't expecting all that.
I mean, it is.
I want to invite people to the conversation.
It is.
I don't want to just, I'm not listening. Like, just voice your opinion like you did on there. And if you want to elaborate on what you said, by all means, do it, and we'll post it.
But a lot of people would think that I would tell it. A lot of people would think that I would tell that person to cut the feed off and to go home. and to not to they have the freedom to leave and so forth and so on. I was just showing how you could take a jab.
No, I know.
I want them to keep on watching what we have going on right here. Yeah. I want to understand what their point of view is, what their opposition is.
What people don't realize is in private, me and you do that all the time, constantly. We banter back and forth about shit like that. So when we get on here, it's just natural. But a lot of it's just playful fucking, just fucking with each other. You know, we pushing buttons. I mean, but I guess people don't know that side. I mean, that's all we do. We say so much shit off of these fucking cameras that we can't say on them.
Even if we didn't know.
Oh yeah.
Could you imagine how much further I could actually take it?
Yeah.
Because here's the thing: if you're, and I'm about to say it again, if you're a white person sitting down with everything you have going for you,
maybe this person's right. I'm starting to lean their way.
Could you really be fucking mad about that?
I'm leaning their way.
I made fun of Brad the other day about fucking being white, and he laughed. He was happy. I think he thanked me for saying that he was white, whatever the fuck I said he was.
Look, I'm starting to really change my position on this. I want whoever that is sitting in that chair from now on.
Exactly. No. We'll offer you a contract.
No.
Yep.
I'm joking.
You're like Trump in here. You're fired.
We love you, Boojie.
Yeah, y'all would love to.
Yeah.
No, we need somebody in here to keep us white people in check. So that's what we got you for.
And I'll flick your hat.
Yeah,
so
I had to turn it around.
Let you know. I'll flick your hat, dog.
Well, I punched him first because I knew he was going to do it.
Let's wrap it up. Let's get out of here.
Yep.
All right. I'm Boojie.
Yeah. I'm Brad.
White Justin.
I'm the one with all the good points.
Yeah. So. You did wonderfully tonight. It's like, I'll give it. I wish I had more hands. I'd give him 4 thumbs down.
Let's get out of here.
Absolutely.